Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation.
The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower.
Apart, quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares to perfect quotient. 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34. We're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely.
Are stuck on the ground? Impact colon got you down. Well, stuck in chemical purge. It's for better than natural cure. Holy.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs. I think I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. Although if you did want to kill me, I've got many finely priced perforators tuned to do just that. Perhaps you'd be inclined to take a look at my wares? Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Don't be in a rut, 'cause stuff is stuck in your gut. And he brings you the pill that fixes all your ills. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packing action dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift
Buy from me and live to tell your fellows about my store.
once again be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with the rest in speed.
Anybody even listening to this? Now listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. As it would happen, I'm more engineer than salesman, but only just. I've been having some problems with my machine since I arrived on this planetoid, but that's enough about myself. No. Chips decidedly ain't in my purview. Are you sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation? You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such a course of action. I'd be happy to show you. Buy from me, please?
On this episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the ice moon of Cloister.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will
tell you
keep
the
you
risks.
safe.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body.
Right multi-spectrum antibiotics for wildlife interactions.
Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
Freezing my assets off on Cloister, a long-forsaken snowball orbiting Elysium. Everyone knows Cloister's home to the
I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Uh-oh. They've taken an interest in me.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Get him off me! Get him off! Security team, shoot him! Merciful law, what am I paying you for?
Hilarious.
That's funny. That's real funny. Takes a lot to set me smiling. Have a drink on the house. I just had a thought. Might be something that needs looking into. Maybe something that would allow me to make an exception as to who visits the broker? Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
I can stick a little umbrella in my anti-fizzo's number.
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
Bottoms up to your bottom line.
I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Hey, you there. Need a
Great. Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Keep a low profile. We're trying to run a respectable criminal operation here.
Oh, come now, Prospero. You've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you. And you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers. You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence. She knows my real name. Prospero's just a stage title, as it happens. There's a certain kind of intimacy that I fear shall be difficult to ignore. Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automac chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg-aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told. Now, if you'll excuse me, an artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice.
Welcome to the true free market friend.
Assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding...
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle?
Now, upward and onward. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield.
Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! Let us do battle. This is a fine collection of cards. For an amateur, you'll need a sight more to compete with me. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
Let's see when there's no doubt. That's it. Won't keep you down and out. We say sweet success can be the best revenge. Raise your spirits high with liquid confidence. You know you're shooting to the top.
Protect your loved ones, protect your... I feel I should address any allegations you may have heard regarding bloodstains on my inventory. Just means it's been well loved. Tell me what you need. Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient. Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you. Can do.
Stack in the black, don't be a unleashed debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better.
Lost it. I'm selling it.
That was a song.
Stimulants, medicaments. If you're here about a toothache, you've come to the right place. If you're here bleeding from a dozen bullet wounds, I suppose I can help with that too. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor.
Life here is tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating.
Yes? Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have. My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry, under penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free Market Station allows me to be myself. Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated, or thereabouts.
Are quite straightforward. Yes, I am the uncomplicated loner. And
If you've
are never lower. If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request,
the tooth pain, you know who to visit.
in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated and my are never
Tired of firearms?
Through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated.
Does that explode in your face? Come to not a weapons store.
My dear, you know my terms. They are quite straightforward. Yes, everybody knows.
Error. Road 6. If you became violently ill after eating here, please feel free to write our stall an angry letter, then burn it. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
To keep things simple.
Yes, Iceberg Aged Whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Paulo. Current customer is not Prospero Paulo. Unit cannot vend to current customer.
If there's a cost you can't complete,
Unit is not familiar with that recipe.
quite meet, I can lend you all the bits.
Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Paulo since last visit. Unit cannot vend alcohol until this occurs.
Interest in addition to my
Unit cannot see due to extensive oil splatter residue on ocular lens. Presently using heat measurement instruments to sense customers. Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those, redacted, sub rosa, redacted, a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich. Shop here to acquire fine
Garments here. Come ganderize. My folks didn't raise no fashion monger, but they did raise a bloodthirsty opportunist. I'd like to think I'm making them proud. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. Used to be part of Auntie's Choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think, with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid, and made off with my cargo. Turned out to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline Scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Auntie all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP, his muscle. Seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know. Now, on to other things. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the one car on ACS _6. And who did I see?
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
Slayer of unlimited bureaucracy. Highest rung. Great new democracy.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
I tried my best to merge you because I rose before the merger.
I would love to, my friend. I truly would. But what if I leave and my flame arrives while I am absent? I may appear to be the picture of relaxation, but I assure you, this is all a carefully constructed facade bent to exude confidence. If I leave, it shall shatter. And if she were here waiting for me when I returned, I shudder to think at the upper hand she would gain. No, my friend, you must make do without me.
Meals currently. Welcome to our stall. We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Paulo since last visit. Unit cannot see due to meals.
Outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook
currently
with
sold
a
with
Captain's surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are clever and upper runners are winning. So shortly,
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest. Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working soon. In the meantime, I've plenty of miscellanea for sale. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. I don't think that'd be smart. I need to keep my mind free of trauma if I want to improve my workflow. Well, none taken. I never intended to be. But when life breaks your jaw and shoots out your knees, may as well learn to get good at crawling, right?
I saw time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals when dealing with my...
This ain't the place to go poking your nose in other...
Outthink the vast herds. She said,
if all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing
folks' business.
They think you'll retreat, but that's when you press. He's cutthroat, so be a cutthroat.
she said, do what you can and do what you must. to get far ahead, but never get caught. Do what you must, and get what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. My corporate seal has
Don't get why we have to buy our own weapons from our own
arrived. Our time has come to an end. Auntie quickly penned the nipples for her time. Smiling, she said,
This is how you climb. There's no such thing as free advice, dear.
Next up, the real reason wireless free Arcadia exists. Advertising. Say, you've got your alien planting corollary in my invasive species fish paste.
You're a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type. Try it, despite the countless voices screaming in your head not to.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. And despite this balefully repugnant mouthful, I feel great.
Everyone knows some of these concoctions aren't supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish restorative elixir. Additional health benefits, none on a delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice, where nature ends, we begin. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Strawberry crunch, it's crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch, there's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite free. Purple Berry Crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch, there's always
Latest contraband came in. Looks like quite the haul.
Purple Berry Crunch.
Couple dozen Auntie's Choice sales logs.
Because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch.
The Auntie's Choice family is large and willing and able to grow larger.
We represent an amalgamated collection of dozens of different companies, making everything from bandages and salves to weapons and ammunition.
If you can eat it, drink it, smoke it, shoot it, or turn it on, Auntie's Choice makes it, grows it, or smelts it.
Come join Auntie's family. Help make us even larger.
Okay, back to business. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Spread crisp, spread crisp. Who would guess that tasty flesh was found down in a sewer?
This is wireless free Arcadia.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's proudly show our appreciation by spotlighting our new employee of the fiscal quarter.
God damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. Bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Productive anti-personnel. All without firing a single expensive bullet or risking anti-troops and the expense of their unfortunately contractual medical care.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Such creative tactics with her invasion force. This is why Milver Street is our employee of the fiscal quarter.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful.
Conditions and terms apply.
Wow. This station sure going to scratch since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Now, like this.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Force rockets. Force rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your launch today. When you miss the call for shall, but you want to eat something now, you would go for lunch with force rockets. When your tea is getting green and your winger's out of steam, return to come through with force rockets. Force rockets. Force rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Auntie's goods or services. Your consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Think they made the statue big enough?
Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. So alone at your desk.
Whoa, didn't realize we were that so close to the action.
You got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right
Your
now.
patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work
The station must have really been something before the war made its home here. If things escalate, might never be something again.
It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout. When they see me coming, they shout. Perchance a glance at me with these. They know that I'm a VIP. It's a Wentworth Stout. Right that I make one time bonafide in any crowd. I'm sure to stand out with an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more variety than you could ever want or hope to want. You deserve that choice. You deserve Auntie's Choice.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate?
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with that abbot Assar mentioned.
Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance.
Please,
see
somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected. She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this way. This way.
Tranquilization, so sweet and swift. Still be on time for your next shift. Num rum. Taste more and feel less. Num rum. No worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax the sweat. Num rum. Taste more and feel less. Num rum. No worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax the sunset. Num rum.
My aftermarket parts are a prize. On the way.
Lieutenant Chow reports byways beset by groups of, quote, desperate, jittery, possibly chemically dazed outcasts turned to bushwhacking and barbarism, end quote. Personnel encountering parties from the aforesaid societal cast-offs are advised to shoot first, upsell products to later. Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Shake a tough day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink Purple Bear tequila. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink Purple Bear tequila. When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
Look alive, Commander.
I'm the one you need to worry about. Look, couldn't hit the wrong side of a freighter.
Someone talk for a minute. Let's get you here.
Right on.
This is made with 100% real artificial flavoring and has a little added kick to get you.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders. Hey, get me go-getting again.
To shoot first, upsell products to later. Now, on to other things. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, a sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once our chemistricians process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's quite the branding feat. So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made with crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's a sandwich you want to eat.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. How coincidental. I, too, had a pet sprat, also named Sprysander. Once, long ago. Oh, how I loved him. Fine, you may enter. And cherish your beloved pet. Hold him close. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and in all probability, you won't have to find out. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for street.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the camp.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland devoid of life? No.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
Enough corrections. So we made a few mistakes. No need to keep harping on them for law's sake.
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
How long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
And then we solve for... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
You may have heard that Auntie...
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since Recalled Libations Night at the Thruster. Smells about the same, too.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
How long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order. I'm not in the predictions.
I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. Oh, geesh. We didn't mean to over your head talk or nothing. No, I guess I should only answer for myself, though. Maybe Mapother did.
Huh. Never had anybody accuse me of that before. Lots of other stuff, sure, but that one's new. Well, we could play Guess the Question, I guess. That usually passes some time.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borstloaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
No time to chinwag.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer-lyncher aide to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
One thing that you have to know.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide, and Sub Rosa delivers, at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
Is a part of our progress. How can that
Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. Let Sub Rosa consist primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise!
a positive externality? One thing you can plainly see accepted in this infinity. Can it be a positive externality? One thing rational term accepted in the calculation can result in explanations. How can that be?
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
The Scrapper's Den. Ample rewards to be collected upon completion at the bounty posting site at Matriarch's Mercy.
It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve Automax, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument, but frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
Parasite. OA archive transcription number 3918-4 begins
A
here.
tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a cicada to feed.
Irresponsible spread of the purple-berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's
Look, your nose was just a
the
stand-in
spread
for
of
Duarte.
this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place. After illness-related costs exceeded
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council. She will raise apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was Spacer's choice,
Frivolous
which
jocularity is
somehow
one
merged
of a
with another
vicar's key
company
methods for establishing rapport with lay people.
make the
If we gab a bit, I might restock my arsenal for witty rejoinders and quips.
cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Auntie's Choice.
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PvP life cycle.
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
Enter their second stage as spiky worm-like creatures.
Kings of Moon. Bloody Flux. Decrepitude.
Welcome.
Night Terror.
Have you come to bask in the Order's
Mania. Day Terrors.
Where do we go now?
Melancholy.
Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
We're not going anywhere.
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called
I've got your number on.
exclusion
Keep
zone
moving.
is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom.
Mild days, scrum pop.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they worked harder to realize it. Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much the same. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical.
I got a pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Auntie's. Side with us, and it's yours. Even throw in a healthy amount of bits for your troubles. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. What happened to this place? Any tips for a bottle of water? Neighbors. See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success?
Look on the bright side.
And this is what she said.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
Listen, child, and take it straight from me.
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Or that it only that simple, but she ignores essential variables of the equation. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started? These are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone. Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know.
I saw time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals when...
Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
Think you'll retreat, but that's when you press. The game